Coming up on Mountain News this morning, as parents get ready to send their children back to school, desk shields are now on some schools' shopping lists. And as we learn more about how different schools plan to operate this autumn, hear what different options will mean for Kentucky students.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News This Morning. Today is Wednesday, July 22nd, and it's also Hump Day, and ushering in this Hump Day was that rain last night. Of course, it was great sleeping weather, but it's brought us to a severe weather alert day. Brandon, let's talk about what we can expect. I know right now you said it's okay, but going into later today.
Yeah, exactly, Lacey. Things are pretty calm for the moment, but again, they're going to pick up as we get deeper into the day, especially when the heat of the afternoon intersects with that approaching cold front. Could be a bad situation later, but let's talk about current conditions first. We'll get into the meat and potatoes here in a little bit. UVA-wise this morning, things fairly quiet over there after some rain came through in the overnight hours. Maybe some patchy fog across parts of the region this morning. Temperatures pretty close to where they were yesterday. 60s and 70s there, upper 60s, low 70s. Ashland warmed up to 74 this morning there. A lot of the warmer spots in the Big Sandy this morning. So Ashland, Huntington area about 3 degrees warmer than they were this time yesterday. A couple of spots a few degrees warmer, some spots a few degrees colder. Some spots exactly where they were yesterday morning, 24 hours ago. 88 today, so yeah, there's not a 9 in front of that temperature there for once. Hopefully we'll see those showers and storms cool us off just a little bit. That's the only saving grace, I guess, of those. But this afternoon, this evening, we're worried about some of those turning severe on us. So we'll keep you posted on that and have the rest of the details coming up here in just a little bit. Lacey.
Thank you, Brandon. Governor Beshear says that right now is a critical time in the COVID-19 pandemic, and that is the time to come together and get things done. Now, this comes as we once again saw our second highest single day for new cases on Tuesday at 674. We have now topped 24,000 cases here in the Commonwealth. Our total is at 24,060. 9 of the top 10 highest days are from this month alone. The governor also reported 3 new deaths last night, bringing our death total to 674. And as we get closer to schools starting back, cases continue to spike throughout the state, and school districts are now releasing updated plans on how they will approach reopening this fall. WYMT's Madison Pergram has more on the updated plan for Hazard Independent Schools.
School districts across the state continue to plan to reopen this fall. Hazard Independent Schools announcing more details on theirs.
The education of our students in this community is laid upon us, and we take that very seriously, and we want them to have the best education they can get.
During the Facebook Live meeting, Hazard Independent Schools announced it will implement in-person orientation dates, as well as the option for parents to choose in-person or a virtual model for their child.
I'm glad we're having the orientation in person, because that way we'll have the school set up and we can explain it. It's a lot better to see.
Elementary, middle, and high school principals help explain details about their specific school plans to keep children safe.
Special class teachers will come to the rooms. That's PE, library, computers. Our music and art teachers will come in the classrooms.
With social distancing markers and face masks required unless they're at their desk with a 6 feet distance.
We have 4 entrances. The seniors will start their classes all in the gym. Our freshman class is smaller. We're taking all the furniture out of the library, and that's where your home base will be.
Each school having their detailed plan to best fit their students' education.
We understand your concern and your anxiety, and we will try to relieve that as much as possible.
A school that is taking on the challenge to provide both the safest and best school experience despite the circumstances. In Hazard, Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
Perry County School Board voted on their reopening plan yesterday. We have reached out to the Perry County Superintendent about that, but have not yet heard back. And in the next few weeks, children will start heading back to school, but will that be virtually or in person? For districts like Hazard Independence who chose in-person instruction or some sort of combination, wearing a mask and maintaining social distancing will be vital. Pediatrician Dr. Scotty Day says that school districts will have to make decisions on how long classes will be if they remain virtual.
And if we think about pickup and drop-off times and class times to reduce the number of students.
Dr. Day says it is important for parents to stay in contact with their pediatricians during this pandemic. He also stresses the importance of taking children to the doctor for their routine checkups. And as parents are getting ready for this school year, shopping lists continue to change. Desk shields are now on some lists this year due to the coronavirus pandemic. CWF Products owner Chuck Freisinger says that he came up with the desk shield design after he was approached by elementary school teachers after making face shields for the state earlier during the pandemic. He says the shields are made out of Lexan and acrylic, saying they are lightweight, durable, and only take 10 minutes to put together.
People want to feel more comfortable with what they're doing, and this just adds a little bit more to it.
Freisinger just started working on the design last week. He says a school in Cynthiana is already interested, along with teachers at schools in Fayette County who are waiting until tomorrow's meeting to see if they will resume to in-person classes. And throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, businesses, schools, and families have gotten creative with drive-through events. Well, now a college drive-in registration. WYMT's Camille Gear has more.
Cars pull into Hazard Community and Technical College for a different kind of class registration.
Well, at HCTC, we're trying to find creative and innovative ways to keep our students and our employees safe.
But the drive-in registration is not the only service offered. Financial aid, admissions, and advising, all ready to help.
So you come up to a point and we kind of triage, if you will, and we ask you a few questions and determine what tent that you need to go to.
Keeping everyone safe while offering services for students without internet access.
Some students just don't have the capacity at home with their computer technology to be able to access the forms that they need to be able to get registered.
And the students, well, they are happy about the extra precautions.
Shows that they're very watchful and a lot more caring, and it's very appreciated that they go the extra step to make sure that everything is safe.
Reuniting teachers and students for the first time in months.
It's good to see them face to face with masks, but it's just so wonderful to see them on campus, and we welcome all of our students back in the fall.
In Hazard, Camille Gear, WYMT, Mountain News.
HCTC will have another drive-in registration at the Lee's campus in Jackson today and tomorrow from 2 until 6 p.m.
6:09 coming up on 6:10 this morning, and we're tracking just a little touch of fog in some areas. Not too bad this morning. We had some overnight showers that have probably left a little bit of moisture in their wake. That's what's causing that this morning. Temperatures 60s and 70s, basically like it was yesterday morning. 74 Ashland, one of the warmer spots. A few areas are right around 68, some of the cooler spots, and I use quotations with that one. Headlines for today: it's a severe weather alert day. We're tracking the possibility of some severe weather later this afternoon. More rain chances on the way tomorrow. Could see some stronger storms there as well, but we dry out and heat up just in time for the weekend. I'll track basically what we're going to see for today and tomorrow here in just a few minutes. Lacey.
Thank you, Brandon, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, we have a better idea of how federal lawmakers plan to assist schools as they prepare to start the new academic year.